everyone, and welcome to News and Views for July the 4th, 2024. I'm not sure if we have any viewers from south of the border, but if we do, happy Independence Day to you. As people locally know, our Canada First Canada Day celebration in town was cancelled due to weather. Just want to remind people that will be happening now on July the 20th. It'll be in conjunction with the raft at Arts Forward and with the garden art tour with Margaret Lawrence Home. It'll all be happening on the same day. So activities in town from about 10 a.m. to whenever the fireworks happen to close out the evening. So we have that to look forward to. This weekend coming up, there is a festival every weekend all summer. I keep saying this, it is so true. This weekend we are down in Carberry. That is the Carberry Fair and Races, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. All kinds of events, including the chariot and chuck wagon races, which are always a highlight. So we'll be down there. Maybe you will too. That'll come on future shows. For the show today, we actually have just completed a very special interview with Mayor Brian Headley, CAO Colleen Sinchishin. Breaking news, the town has acquired a very large parcel of land on the west side of town for future development. So we went through that, talked to them about the plans for that, where that came from, and where we're going in the future. So we have a clip of that on the show today. The full interview will be airing next week. As well, on the show today, we were out at Arts Forward's Field to Table Club. This is a program they run every summer where you have young people and other community groups growing their own food in the garden box at Art Forward and learning to prepare those foods in the kitchen there. So we have some clips of that. And as well, the Farmers Market at Arts Forward opened last week. That was the first farmers market of the season. So we were out there checking that out as well. If you have anything coming up, and I'm sure you do or know of something, please get in touch with us and let us know. We would love to be there or to receive footage of whatever you have going on. You can reach us 204-476-2639 or by email nactv@wcgwave.ca. Thanks and enjoy the show. Hello everyone and welcome to Coffee Chat. Although this is less of a coffee chat and more of a breaking news chat. Today my guests are Mayor Brian Headley and CAO Colleen Sinchishin, talking about a new land purchase done by the town. The news was released just today. Yeah. So just give me the basics on that. What have we done?
Well, I guess Colleen can talk a little bit more about dates and details and that, but just from a higher level, we purchased 320 acres of pretty much farmland, and we're looking at the fact that the community needs to grow, and as we've looked at that situation, we've come to a point the last few years where we're starting to hear a few more people talking about not being able to purchase land the same, and so we decided, I'm not sure how long ago, when did we talk about doing that housing study, and maybe you can talk about it a little bit, Colleen.
The housing study was actually triggered last year. So we completed that and then followed that up with a housing strategy. So we more recently in December of this last year and then into January, February actually concluded that with the final presentations to the council. And what we needed to know from those studies, and especially when you're trying to apply for funding for grants, it doesn't matter what you're applying for, you need some science behind what you need to do and why you need to do it. So even though we'd been talking for a few years, kind of, just high level stuff that we need to purchase more land because the CN was getting all used up insofar as residential purposes, we said, where do we go next? So the housing study and strategy basically pointed us in the right direction to say, to have where we need to be in 2028, which is only 4 years away. We needed 460 houses, and that's based on a continued growth in Neepawa, but very modest now, about roughly 17%.
Yeah.
But I think it was also the fact there was a backup. There's a backlog.
There is,
Right.
absolutely.
We know there's a lot of people that are in need of housing.
Yeah.
So we're getting to the point now where we can't really stack anybody anymore in housing, and of course the safety issues that you have when they are, residing in the same residences that maybe aren't set up for egress. We'd hate to have a fire happen. So we said, we're going to decide how we're going to purchase some land. So early in the year, we sent letters out to everybody that had land in and around Neepawa, and not necessarily for us to purchase it, but we wanted to know, looking at short-term and long-term, were they firstly interested in developing their property? Would they do it themselves? If they did, would it be a 5-year program, a 10-year program, a 20? What kind of assistance, that kind of thing. But also to give us an idea of where we needed to invest in sewer and water and roads, so that if, say in 5 years, somebody wanted to development, how would we be able to capitalize on spending our monies and putting that infrastructure in the ground? So we're very fortunate out of the gate. The first few that came back to us, and the ones we purchased from, basically all said, yeah, we're not developers, but we sure would sell you some land. The map was laid out, the star was pointed on the map, and we said, I think somebody's given us a message that we need to move forward and make these purchases. So.
And one of the other things I think we're seeing in town is, with our sort of being at capacity for housing, we're getting the more duplexes, we're getting things like that that are sort of stressing the areas in town. With this new area, are we able to build, into the fourplexes, apartments, that sort of thing?
Yeah, we're going to do a community plan and kind of design up something a little bit different. We have to look at lot sizes. We have to look at different types of housing, and we're looking at single dwellings, but we're also looking at apartment blocks and that. We know that the way we've designed things in the past, sometimes some of the single dwelling houses are just not affordable for people. And so we want to kind of relook at the way housing has been done for the last 100 years and see if we can't improve on that and come up with some new ideas. And what those are, right now we're just tossing around a number of different ideas, but certainly I think if you look around in the cities, within the province here, there's been a lot of changes the last number of years on how they view housing as well, and to just like build a single dwelling for $400,000 now, people just can't do that. So.
No. And we certainly have some idea of what the demographics of the community are, where these people are working, what an affordable range would be.
Yeah, that's right. Even, as close as Brandon, we've seen some new strategies within Brandon, and seem to be working very successfully. So this will be new to people. It'll be different, but times are changing.
So let's look at the specific location now where we're talking about. It was on the front page of the paper this week. We have a diagram here as well. Showing, so in this yellow area here, that is the new, 320 you said? 320 acres there. You'll see there also in red, that is the previous property, the CN property, which was for about around 42 acres. So it's certainly a huge area of land there, just on the east side of number 5.
Yeah, that's right.
Was that within the town boundaries, or is that are some of the land purchases moving out into where we had, I believe, North Cypress Langford is over there?
Yeah, some of it definitely is outside, and but I guess we were looking at the fact, okay, how, if we're going to do something, how do we set things up for the next 40, 50 years, and what are we going to need? And so we looked at that. If you look, Colleen, when did the was it 2014 was the CN property? Is that when?
Well, it spanned a number of years, actually. It went back into a few councils previous where the purchase of the land. And the application for subdivision actually went in around 2017. It took 3 years to actually conclude that subdivision. It takes a long time. And partly due to the complexities of the land we were dealing with, being it was rail property before, there was numerous leases that were involved, trying to close those all up and consolidate them into a single piece of land that we could subdivide. At that time, they did also a concept plan working with consultants to determine the highest and best use of that property, which, as you know, included, room for a fire hall, room for an RCMP building at the time, which was not disclosed. It was also kept reasonably secret at the time because we were working with the federal government and the province of Manitoba on that one.
What's going to happen?
So to get all of these pieces to, check the boxes and tick into place at the right appropriate time, it was a very large project. So a similar fashion will happen now. We'll look at doing an architectural concept plan for this area, and probably doing some community consultations, I'm going to guess, to see what the community needs. And that could mean reaching out to other agencies or organizations that can't expand where they are and perhaps need to. We're also understanding that, as we grow, is there still further need for more schools? Like, we want to make sure we've set aside land for institutional purposes, for industrial purposes, for commercial purposes.
Daycare spaces are huge.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we're going to look at that from a big perspective and making sure that all those players that come to the table, the stakeholders have their say.
So does this actually then expand the boundaries of the town, or is that a whole other process that you would have to go through to?
That's different. That's totally different. So even though there are some acreage of this particular purchase involved in that, in North Cyprus, Langford, that's not on the plate, right?
Okay.
The immediate plate anyway for any discussion. But I suppose that does open a door for when we do install services into a neighboring municipality. We would, invite the partners to the table to discuss what that means.
Right, because certainly a lot of infrastructure is now going to be needed to be going into that area.
Yeah. And
is it serviced right now, or to what degree?
No.
Okay.
No, and that's one of the things that holds back development is, putting in water, sewer, streets, lighting. Like it's, we came to realize that if we didn't move forward with this, it's almost got to the point that it's just, it's a huge risk for an individual or a single company to try and take something on. So that's kind of pushed us that we have to be a little bit more aggressive on doing things, or we're going to get left in the dust and we won't have any place for people. And like you said, as it is right now, like we know some people have looked elsewhere from Neepawa. Partly for housing, but partly for daycare as well. So we've got to get that changed. Like that's kind of desperate right now.
And one of the things about that property as well is that the rail line does go either through or right by that one. So are there opportunities there then for more commercial, more industrial development alongside some of this?
Absolutely.
Housing?
We have in the past had different industries come to us, and whether they were considering Neepawa or not, they go out, they reach out to see who has firstly a labor market, and we do have that. Then they look at the amenities such as your location to transportation lines, whether you're traveling by truck, whether you're going by air, whether you're going by rail, and of course that rail line would create a very nice scenario for somebody that needed to access rail transportation. So we understand that. So it's not a big secret, but we are going to proceed with a zoning amendment on a piece of property that would at least put it into industrial use at this point, the piece that would be north of the rail that is in the town boundaries, and premise us for having our economic development officer reach out to some of those that have talked to us in the past to see if this is a little more enticing and appealing to them now. So.
And speaking of transportation, that property does butt up against the airport as well. So it's right in that kind of same area.
Yeah, that's right.
Not that the airport is very commercial or very high use, but it is there.
Yeah, that's right. And it depends on what kind of businesses in the future look at Neepawa as to what their requirements are. They may need both rail and air. We don't know.
We don't have so much of a transportation river, but more of a recreational river.
Yeah.
Presley is the cook that is in here. Presley cooks, if anybody's been to Farmhouse 50, Presley is the kitchen manager there. And Presley's going to ACC in the fall for culinary arts, which means Presley's going to be a chef like her mother. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so Presley's got a recipe for you guys. I bought all the ingredients this morning. It looks delicious, so if you want to pay attention and go right ahead, Presley.
So
I'll show you the
yogurt bites. It's kind of like granola and peanut butter on the bottom and then yogurt on the top, and you freeze it. It's like a little snack. So everyone should have a bowl. I put bowls around.
Okay. There's some over here.
Yeah, and there's some extras over here if anybody doesn't have one.
You need a bowl.
Here's peanut butter and honey. We have to melt it down in the microwave. I'm not sure if the plastic bowls are microwave safe.
Okay.
So we might just have to do it in a glass bowl and then dump it into the plastic bowls. Yeah. We don't have any measuring cups. Something in the glass bowl here. I'll start over here. It's a third of a cup of peanut butter.
Okay.
And then
So we're gonna, I can't help you with this one unfortunately.
What are you doing?
We're gonna do that on your own. Do you want it right up and down or just soften?
just soften
Okay.
so it can mix, yeah.
So you're gonna put yours now into there. You don't-
Couldn't resist that. Oh, yeah. My arm was just out there. Yeah, Lisa.
You got the peanut butter in there?
Yes.
And then can you take it to the microwave and put it in there for 15 seconds? 1.5 cups of these. So this is 2 cups. Can you find the 1.5 line on there? Yep, so you fill it up to there with these oats and put it in your bowl. 1.5, that line right there, fill it up to that line.
You're a girl. You should see the guy's eyes.
Fill it up to there and dump it in your bowl.
With a timer.
So you see the 1.5 line there? Fill it up to there and put it in your bowl.
Yep, that's it. No hiccups and no yawning before lunch.
You need a 1/4 cup of chocolate chips. So this one only goes to half, so like that one. Yeah.
You like chocolate chips?
That's good. Dump it.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, thank you.
Everybody get a spoon?
Well, I thought you had a spatula.
I forgot.
You shared it.
No, he takes it away from you.
Oh.
Okay, let's do a coffee.
Fill it up to like about there with chocolate chips.
I was very nervous. I was very nervous. Oh, really? Stop.
It looks good.
It does.
That looks good.
I drove zero. You can make that for your mom.
I don't want to eat it right now.
You got the top, just about there. What? Do I do that? Grab.
Evenly into those and then kind of push it down.
Very good.
And then push it. Scoop it evenly into each of those and then kind of push it. Okay, now we can look at the next one.
So about the same. You want to make sure you're getting. Yeah, keep going. Sorry.
See ya.
So you're not a kale girl?
We'll kind of have to share. We only have so many knives and cutting boards.
And you gotta be careful with the knives, girls.
Yes, Mom. Here, you want to come over here? Yep, you can use that one. Yep. Slides off. Yep. Pretty small. Yep. Yeah, and just cut them up nice and small, just so you can put them on the top to make it look pretty. Okay.
Like a garnish.
And each person will probably only need to cut up a couple. It's just to decorate the top of them.
Okay.
Just like she ate it, she didn't.
Okay, mine are right there. Justin,
Do you have some strawberries?
you can
Oh,
use
you're
some.
doing that?
Oh, you don't see this.
It was by the hummus.
Name on it right now.
Justin is behind Sheena's.
There you go. Do you remember which one was behind
Justin
that?
Yeah.
Justin was behind mine, Presley.
Okay.
He's looking.
Uh-oh. There's yours, see?
Justin's.
Put your name on.
Oh yeah, that's yours.
And Maddie, do you remember which one is yours? This one here?
Everybody knows what Justin's is, then Justin?
That's a good thing.
Already done the bar.
Yes.
Do you guys want to mix them, or do you want to choose vanilla or strawberry banana?
Well, I like the banana one. Banana? I think so.
Doesn't really matter.
Whatever, some.
Yeah.
We'll wait for cheese for us. Do half and half.
Well, yeah, I was gonna mix them. Yeah.
Then 3 and 3.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so they get both.
Yeah, we could do
flavors.
that. Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay. So I could put that in some days.
Vanilla. Vanilla, yeah.
Yeah. I think the vanilla will be great with the strawberry, just adds more flavor, yeah? Who? No, Wes went cutting grass. Oh, with the girls, so.
Okay, so you guys can start on those.
So you just put it on top?
Yeah, just kind of put it on top, and then put the strawberries on top, and then after they'll go in the freezer.
All right.
There's garbage cans here. Oh, and then we can start doing this.
3 of yours, strawberry banana, and then 3 vanilla.
Vanilla. Okay.
Oh boy.
Top of mine.
Yeah, that's on there.
Vanilla, and then the other one is strawberry and
Yeah.
banana. You can change it. Just wait.
This way, Penny. This way, Penny.
And then you can do the other 3 vanilla.
Okay, you exchange.
Thank you.
Trees and tomato.
I think so.
And then Barb.
Put your stuff in.
Okay, right, that's now? There you go, now you decorate it with the strawberries. Okay, looks good, huh?
Okay, yeah. Where's the spoon?
And then you can put your strawberries on top, however you want, decorate it.
Yeah, you decorate.
So we need to cut them.
There's, do you want to use some of these ones?
Sure.
Make sure that you guys put it in.
Yeah, I don't know if there's room in the freezer here. Yeah, you might just put them in the freezer that we programmed. Yeah.
On TV?
Well, Alicia products.
No, they are.
All
I don't know if
right.
you'd like to talk about them. We're very happy to take that.
Oh,
Want to brag about your buns?
brag about the buns. Oh, they're the best. I don't know. I don't know what to say. They're good for sandwiches and burgers and jam, peanut butter and jam, butter, all that good stuff.
The good stuff.
Yeah.
You hand make all of
I
this?
do, yes. Other than these, I did not make these. My daughter's dad did, and so she gets the money from the sale of those. And then my husband made these, but I did everything else.
So very talented family.
Yes, very much so.